Hello and welcome to week 15 of NFL Gamepicks. I'm your host, Austin Ramos. Got Chris Wright. We got Joey Groves. And let's get straight into the week 14 recap. I will lead us off and then we'll go to Joey real quick because his team got a big time dub and we'll hear more about it in a bit.
Hell yeah.
But Dolphins, 6-7. Oh, God.
Jesus
Here we
Christ.
go. I thought I was like, should I do it? I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I hit the 6-7, man.
Oh, boy.
Anyways, yeah, the Miami Dolphins improved to 6-7 after starting 1-7. So not a bad spot for this Miami Dolphins team. And, 4 in a row against not great opponents. And, the cap where they can be at is at 10 wins. So 4 games left, and let's see if they can get it done. But I don't even know if that gets them in the playoff picture. So that's like the overarching problem with this late run by this Miami Dolphins team. How about you, Joey?
Well, big time W in America's Game of the Week in the 4:30 slot. Packers take down the Bears yet again. It was nice to see. Not a same old Bears loss, though. I'm sure we'll kick it to Chris for that. But it was definitely one of the better games within, I'd say, the past decade between these two teams. I was talking to Kyle about it at work, and we were saying that 2018 and 2013 were like the only 2 times where there was this much significance in a game. And then we play them again in 2 weeks, so it's going to be interesting. It's not over. Got the win for now, but there's a lot more to unpack with this. I feel like they both know that this was like the first half of an overarching like long ball type of game. But we'll see how it plays out this week. You never know.
Yeah, we got the loss. It was tough. It was a good game. It was up there. I mean, I'm biased, so I'd say it was the best game of the week, but that Bills-Bengals game was pretty awesome in the snow, too. But anyways, we did pick up the loss, but I think Green Bay was favored by 7 at home. We lost by 7, I think. So in odds makers' eyes, we pushed, and it's kind of an even team, even though we got the loss. We started off too slow. That's just really what it was. Over a while, we started wearing you guys down, and that's when we started making some bigger plays and being able to push the ball. But Caleb's got to get active quicker. You can't have 30 yards of passing going into the half, and that really came the last 30 seconds of the half. But it was a good game. I'm sad we didn't get the win. I think we were 2-12 against you guys in the last 14 matchups or something like that.
12-1 in the last 13 matchups.
14, I think. We beat y'all last week, and that made us have we were 2-12.
Last year,
We were
yeah.
2-12 at that point, so I think we're 2-13
Well,
now. Anyways, it's been a rough go against y'all. Is the point I'm trying to make, but there is a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. I don't think the Packers they're better than us, but I think you guys are just more seasoned. This is the first year of our head coach, second year quarterback. I think this is a good learning spot for us.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I think we're way better, honestly. I think we're one of the better teams in the NFL. But that's just a biased standpoint, too. But, Caleb Williams played exceptionally well. Those two, the one down on the corner of the end zone to Zacchaeus was unreal. And then he had, a really nice little floater along the sideline to Komet or Love, whoever the fuck, one of the tight ends. It was really sweet. It was just nice to be damn, okay. And it's kind of weird now because, I never really felt with Jordan Love in this offense where it's okay, I have full confidence that they're going to go down there and score, and I totally do now. You know what I mean? Defense lets up a touchdown, and I'm all right, go and answer, and they do, every time. So it's just nice to see them in their groove, and vice versa with the offense. I know Caleb kind of fucked it up late, but
I don't know
it's
about all
just
that. I mean, going into the half, I thought y'all were gonna blow us out. To be honest,
they should have.
You should have.
They fucking 50-second drive and 3 and out, and they should have. There was so many opportunities for the Packers to blow it open, and it's you guys didn't play fast enough, but we also didn't close the door. You know what I mean? So it was just a big give and take with this whole entire game. So 2 weeks is gonna be a big deciding factor, bro.
And then we're one play, one better throw away from going to win the game because Ben Johnson came out and said he was going to go for 2. So, I don't know. We're pretty much one play away from essentially beating y'all or still losing. So, it's interesting, but hopefully Caleb learns from that, and I'd rather lose that game now than in 2 weeks. So,
Yeah, that's going to be a big swing in the next 2 weeks. See how the Bears handle it back at home. I'm gonna take us to the standings, though. We still got Steve on top after a 9-5 week. He had the best week out of everyone. He's now at 143 and 65. Then we got Joey in second place after a 7-7 week.
Yeah,
What do you got overall?
Dude, honestly, like I'm just trying to get ahead of Steve here, and I've been trying to do this for the past 10 weeks. And there's some speculation going on here about what the hell's going on with Steve. So, I don't know. I think there might be treachery afoot. Who knows?
Joey's 3 games behind Steve at a 140 and 68 record. In third place, we have Ray C with an 8-6 week, going down to 139 and 69. Then right behind them in fourth place is Hecty, another 8-6 week, 138 and 70. And then we'll jump to sixth place where I'm at after a 7-7 week. That puts me at 134 and 74. And then we'll jump down to eighth place after a 6-8 week. Chris, what do you got?
Yeah, not a very good week. It took us some chances that didn't really work out. 6-8, still doing decent on the year, 129-79. So I got 50 more wins than I have losses, which if you don't take these chances with me, you're probably doing pretty well on some of my picks. And if you listen to the ones I'm confident in, those are probably the only ones I'm getting. Not winning a lot of these chances, but if I start hitting on them, I'm going to catch one of y'all. Probably not Joey, but maybe you.
Let's see if you can start hitting on some of these. All right, let's get on to Thursday night football. We have a NFC South divisional matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both teams will be wearing their throwback uniforms, Atlanta in their black throwbacks and Tampa Bay in their creamsicle throwbacks, orange ones themselves. Man, this is a weird matchup for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. They've struggled as of late coming off the bye. But right now they're in a trending upwards trajectory with the health-wise. So they're coming into this matchup a little bit more healthy than the previous weeks. So I have a little more hope for Tampa Bay to pull things out and get a big-time win here at home Thursday Night Football. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Give me the Buccaneers. Give me Baker. Give me Bucky. And give me the defense because I'm going against this fucking guy in the Fantasy Dynasty playoffs. And I'm starting all 3 of them. So I need them big time. Give me the Buccaneers. The Falcons have proven that they're kind of that team that kind of gets blown out, but at certain times, we've said it all year, any given Sunday they can show up. Oh, this might be any given Thursday. Yeah. Any given time there's a fucking game playing. Who knows? The Falcons might be able to pull it out, especially how we saw the Buccaneers play against the Saints, but I think the Buccaneers are going to handle business.
Yeah, Bucks lost to Saints last week. I was pretty shocked. That was definitely a game I was like monitoring where it's kind of like the Bucks were down the whole time and you're like, when are they gonna come back? When are they gonna come back? And I feel like that's how the Bucks have been all year. They've just slowly stopped coming back and winning like they were in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So this game kind of makes me nervous. I think the Falcons can pull up an upset, but I'll go ahead and take the Bucks.
Did the Buccaneers get hot too quick? Like, did they just lay all the gas that they had in the tank out early in the season and now they're just kind of fizzling to the end?
I will say yes with like all the comeback victories, but like they never really had asserted themselves in many of their matchups. Like all of the wins early on were like comeback wins. Like, until the Bears
took that. Yeah, the fourth quarter comebacks with Baker.
Yeah, until the Bears took that recently with the most comebacks this season so far. Like the Buccaneers were that team. So let's see how it goes moving forward.
Yeah.
I'll take us to the next game. We got the Cardinals playing the Houston Texans. I'm going to make this easy, bro. Texans just beat the Chiefs, bro. Give me the Texans. I predicted it, dude. This defense is nasty, bro. I don't care who the Cardinals put out there at quarterback. It's not going to look good. 9.5 at home is a huge spread. That's crazy. I'm taking Texans all day.
Texans are a fun team again. It's cool to see. C.J. Stroud's back. The Houston Texans defense is legit. We've talked about it, Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson last week. I don't even know what there are in the sack leaderboard now, but that would assume that they're still up there in the top 10. They're amazing. This team is rolling. How many wins straight is it? 5 or 6?
I want to say 5.
It's unreal what the Texans are doing. They are trying to win this division, and it's getting really interesting, and we're probably going to talk about this big storyline here in the division coming up, especially after last week's game with the Colts and Jags. But Texans are on fire, and I like what they're doing. And the Cardinals, it's been over since, like, week 6 for them.
I mean, the Texans have only really lost to, like, playoff teams.
Telling you, bro.
The Rams, the Bucks, the Jags, Seahawks, and Denver are all going to make the playoffs probably. So it's not like they're losing to bad teams. They're taking care of business,
They've
when
beaten
they
a lot
have
of
to.
good teams
So
too, like the Bills and the Chiefs.
yeah, they have. But I don't know. Who are you taking, Austin?
I'm on board with you guys. Give
Let's
me
go.
the Houston Texans. Man, they've come out and showed how to play ball against all these top flight teams and really get after the quarterback. And that's the main thing. That's how they've been rolling so far with this defense, getting a lot of pressure, forcing turnovers. It was a very, very ugly game for Patrick Mahomes. He had 9 straight incompletions, and that was the longest stretch he's ever had in his career against this type of defense. That just proves how good they've been going into the season so far. So, anyways, I'm going to keep it moving, though, to AFC North divisional matchup. Both teams not looking great right now. We got the Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals. Baltimore 6-7 into this game. Cincinnati 4-9 needs to win out. It needs a lot of things to work in their favor in order to maybe win the division. Outside of that, they're not making the playoff as a wild card team. So, tough spot for Cincinnati. Last week, I got a little let down with with the Bengals losing in Buffalo, because that would have really shaken things up and really helped a lot of other wild card teams. Outside of that, I think the Cincinnati team is done. They're not going to make the playoffs. But do they win this matchup? I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's make things interesting. They let me down last week. Hopefully they don't this week. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to take the Bengals. They're not done yet. They're not eliminated yet. And I watched, a lot of that game last week. And Joe Burrow, he had back-to-back interceptions, or back-to-back turnovers or something like that. That's not going to happen too often. He kind of lost the game for the Bills or for the Bengals and helped the Bills win. But he looked good, dude. He looks great in that offense. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase are going to, put up numbers every week. As long as Higgins is healthy. He got a concussion, I think, last week. But I'm going to take the Bengals. They're not done yet. They can still make the playoffs, and I think they're going to try.
Well, listen. It all depends. They need a lot of help. Yeah. The Bengals need a lot of help if they're going to make the playoffs.
They're 3-1 in the division too, so if they win this, it's huge, bro.
Well, they need to rely on the Steelers' loss. A lot of Steelers, they need the Steelers to pretty much lose out, and then they need to win out, and they need the Ravens to probably lose out too. I like the Bengals, man. Like you said, Chris, Joe Burrow was balling until those back-to-back interceptions, which literally. I was talking to my dad during the game, and I'm like, if this game goes to overtime, because our game was on after it, I'm like, I'll be pissed.
Yeah,
it was like a 3 or 4 point game. I'm like, what the fuck? We're going to miss kickoff. He's like, you're right. Then back-to-back interceptions. I'm like, holy shit, that just took a swing in 90 seconds.
Yeah, pick six, too.
Yeah, it's like Ron Burgundy. That really got out of hand. It's that escalated quickly. So, I don't expect Joe Burrow to make those bad decisions like he did before. I think he's going to have a clean game this game. And like you said, 3-1 in the division. He plays well within the division. Lamar did not look very good against the Steelers, too. I think that the Ravens have a lot of questions going into this offseason, and I think it only gets worse for the Baltimore Ravens. But I'll keep us pushing to the next game. We got the Buffalo Bills going to New England to take on the Patriots. And this is a really big one, guys. This will decide the NFC East, or the AFC East, sorry. And look, if Josh Allen isn't freaking putting a Superman cape on like he did last week, it's going to be a bad game for the Buffalo Bills, because I'm not too confident in the Bills' defense, to be real with you. I love their offense when Allen is cooking and he's using his legs. It's really fun to watch, especially with James Cook. Aside from that, Keon Coleman's kind of an asshole, and the tight ends kind of run the ship. New England, on the other hand, is unreal all year, and Drake May is playing MVP caliber ball. Oh, man, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to pick the Patriots to do it and lock up the division here. I think that if the Bills win this game, this changes a lot of things in the AFC playoffs as a whole, not to mention the division. But man, oh man, the Patriots have looked so good for so long all year. It all comes down to this game, and they're going to fucking perform, and they're going to play their best ball. Mike Vrabel has these guys rolling. Give me the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm torn in this matchup. You have a Buffalo Bills team that needs it, gotta have it. A Patriots team that can afford it, and they're coming off the bye. Do they come out a little sleepy and, don't have their foot so much on the gas? Buffalo just had a big offensive game. Defense didn't play very well, but they made the big-time plays that made the deciding factor on how they won last week against the Bengals. I think Buffalo wins this one, throws a wrench in things here, but Patriots will still have a one-game lead on them, and it will make things a lot more interesting down the stretch.
Wow.
I think this is a weird year, man. I
It is a
think
weird year.
we're gonna see so many like second, third year quarterbacks have to be good in the playoffs because they're gonna be in that spot to where hey, you're a high seed like Bo Nix, Drake May, hopefully Caleb makes it. Like you're gonna see a lot of new faces probably get success. I'm gonna take the Patriots. They've won the last 10 games.
They got it.
And they had a bye, so they've had 2 weeks basically to think about how they can beat this Buffalo Bills team and crush all of Buffalo's dreams, which that new head coach Vrabel is like salivating over right now. So I think he's gonna have the boys ready. I'm gonna take the Patriots, although I think it's gonna be close. The spread tells you Vegas thinks it's gonna be close.
AFC
So
Dan Campbell, Mike Vrabel.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, personally, rather see the Bills win. I am gonna be watching this game with a Patriots fan though, so I'm gonna take the Pats and keep us pushing to the next game because I'm not proud of taking the Patriots. We got the Cleveland Browns going to the Windy City where it's gonna be nice and cold to play the Chicago Bears. Too bad they're kind of used to that, so not really much of an advantage there. Obviously, I'm taking the Bears. Desperately have to get it done against this Browns team, who are honestly one of the best defenses in the NFL. No offense. So I'm gonna enjoy seeing us try to like pick off and turn over Shador Sanders. That defense is really good, and for the first time ever, I think in my life, in the top 5, Bears are on there for best offenses in the league. I'm not saying that things are changing, bro, but I've never seen it. Bears have to get things done here. I don't know what else to say. I'm taking the Bears.
Shador Sanders, let me talk to you, brother.
I
know I've hated on you a lot.
You sucks.
I've always said that you sucked. I've always said that I'm never a fan of you. I never liked your character. I don't like your entire MO. But I need you, pal. Set your watches. It's time. The Bears aren't going to win another fucking game for the rest of the year, and they're going to miss the fucking playoffs.
You're high as shit.
Shador Sanders time. Give me the Browns. This is just a hope and a hot tip on a long shot. We're going to say it again.
You want to bet on it?
Oh, I'm getting drafted. Shador Sanders. No, but listen. Hot tip on a long shot. I don't know. I think that Shador can pull this off with this defense. I like the way that they were cooking with Quinshon Judkins.
You think Shador Sanders over a team that has by far the most turnovers in the league is going to play well against this defense? You're high as shit, dude. It's a terrible take. It's awful. You don't even believe it. Look at him. Turn to his camera. Look at him.
I don't believe
He
it.
doesn't
Are you kidding?
Yeah, he
he
doesn't
said it
believe
himself.
bro.
Yeah, of course I don't believe it. This is Shador Sanders we're talking
fucking
about
sucks,
here.
dude. Clip that.
Yeah,
He sucks. Trash.
I don't think he sucks.
He sucks. You
I don't
want him
think
as your quarterback?
No, but I
Well,
don't. Okay, but he's
he
not your
sucks.
quarterback either. You
He
know,
sucks.
We
Alright,
need you,
yeah.
Shador. Okay, we need you today. But it's.
Oh man,
We'll see what happens. I'm rocking lock me with the Browns.
If he beats me
Dude,
after that, bro, I'm gonna be so
I'm in
mad.
second place. We're literally talking this out of existence. You know, we're shitting all over Shador. We're shitting all over the narrative, and then bam, it's gonna happen. Hopefully.
oh man.
Give me the Browns.
I'll keep it frank. I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bears. They looked really good last week, despite coming up short on that 4th down play. I hate that it came down to that. I felt like they almost had the yardage to gain on that one, and they could have had an extra set of 3 plays, but it was what it was. And then the lack of execution, just to say, like, I don't know. Caleb had to throw a lot earlier than when he threw it, and then he just kind of floated it up there. He left it up there for the defense.
He had a bunch. He had that throw. He had DJ. He could have probably ran for the first down and just had another couple 25 seconds to go at the end zone. He made a mistake.
Yeah, no, and it sucks because that's just showing, like, I guess you can say lack of experience, but, like, so far this season he's been doing well in that scenario. So you can't really go against him in that situation. I thought the Bears were going to go down and possibly score, but
Hell yeah.
neither here or there. I mean, they came down to the last play and they came up short. But redemption this week, I think they play off a fire under their ass and come back hungry, and then following next week. Is it the following week that you guys play the Packers?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, big bounce back game, and then propel you into that matchup. I'm going to keep us moving, though. AFC West divisional matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Chargers gutted out a ugly win on Monday Night Football. The Fun Day Football broadcast was pretty interesting. Sully was making a lot of plays.
Bro, Sully is a fucking primetime player. He is a unit. Fuck Travis Hunter. Bo Melton, irrelevant. James P. Sullivan, 4 interceptions, 2 touchdown receptions. Unreal. This guy had the game-winning pick one-handed. Made Mike Wazowski look like a bitch.
Oh, God.
It was great. Okay, kicking it back to you. Sorry. We should have known.
Yeah, no, dude, it was, we all picked the Eagles in the last game, and they just fell out so flat. And this Chargers team capitalized on turnovers. I mean, there was one play that Jalen Hurts turned over the ball twice. He threw a pick, recovered a fumble from the defensive player, and then fumbled it again. I mean, it was just crazy.
Shaq-tin a fool.
Justin Herbert, under a lot of scrutiny after his post-game attitude, did not want to interview with the sideline reporter. Mm-hmm. And then some fans in Eagles jerseys came up to the booth where he was at, like the suite where he's at. And they're like, we want to take a picture of you. And he's like, you got the wrong jersey on. I ain't take a picture of you. Which I understand, that's, a good, thought process. But, it was already a bad day for him.
Didn't he date a sideline reporter for a while?
I don't really know.
Oh, boy.
But back to ball, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers. They've been looking good. They've been handling business. Amari Hampton came back. He didn't have a big-time performance last week, but I'm expecting him to have a pretty resurgent performance in this one.
The Chargers are going to kill the Chiefs. They're going to take them out for good. They're going to take them out back, and it's going to be over for the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoff hunt. Potentially the dynasty, and who knows what the future holds for Mahomes, Kelsey, Rashee Rice, a lot of these people. So it's just interesting to see what's going on with Kansas City and the way it's unfolding. I don't think that they're going to be in the playoffs this year. I think that they get killed right here, and the Chargers take care of business. They surprised me with that win against the Eagles. I'm not going to lie. I thought the Eagles were going to drive down and score a touchdown. Honestly, they probably should. It was like a tip drill INT at the very end, which not going to discredit a Chargers win or a win of any kind or a defensive play or an interception or a turnover, but it wasn't exactly like a blatant interception, clear as day, right to the guy's numbers.
I think the other guy would have picked it, though. If the guy wouldn't have tipped it, I think the other guy would have closed
Maybe.
it.
I probably have to watch the playback again, but, from just watching it right there and then, it just seemed like it was just kind of one of those plays where it's like, shit, they came up short. Because they were driving and all they needed was 3 to tie or a touchdown. Jesus Christ, sorry. A touchdown to win. So, yeah, give me the Chargers. They're rolling.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers, and I think they end the Chiefs season here because Chargers improved to 4-0 in the division. They're going to have a 4-game lead. I don't think the Chiefs can come back at all. I mean, it's possible, but I think the Chiefs are done, and it's kind of an end of an era, if you will. Taylor Swift joke.
Oh, Lord. End of an era's.
I know. Era's tour. But, yeah, I mean, this Chargers team has been like a team by committee. Nobody's really kind of broken out as a star, per se, on this team, which I was hoping would be Ladd McConkey. And my fantasy team was hoping to be Ladd McConkey, so I could really use more than one reception for 12 yards in this game. But, yeah, give me the Chargers. I'll keep us pushed into a game that should be pretty easy for everyone to pick.
Yes.
Got the Raiders going to Philly to take on the Eagles. Raiders are a dumpster fire. I think Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly was arguably probably one of the worst mistakes of the season. Depending who you are, it's up there as one of the worst, just like, what the hell are you doing things of the year. Give me the Eagles. They're a way better team. Tough loss last week, but they bounced back here.
Yeah, easy money, easy game to pick. Eagles going to win. If you're going to put anything on your parlay, maybe Eagles money line, might suggest. It might not, add a whole lot, but it might add that second extra or third extra leg you might need for a profit boost. So just throw it on there because this is an easy W for the Eagles. The Raiders might be the worst situation in the NFL. They might be worse situation than the Jets. The Titans possibly might be a worse situation.
They got Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what the hell is going on with the Raiders. They're hitching their wagons to Geno Smith and Pete Carroll, and it's
Not for long.
all bad, and I don't really know where they go from here. But the Eagles are going to kick their ass again on Sunday.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you guys. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles. Clean sweep by the boys here. Philly needs a bounce back win. Raiders have been looking like one of the worst teams in all of the NFL this season, so not so great. We're gonna push it to another bad team. We got the New York Jets at the Jacksonville Jaguars. This should be a gimme for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are in the driver's seat for the AFC South Division, and every win moving forward is going to keep them ahead of the Houston Texans. While I do think the Texans may possibly catch up to them, this won't be the week. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This game right here will be one of those games where the Jets will somehow win. I'm not picking the Jets. But the Jets will somehow win and just fuck the entire AFC playoff picture up, the entire draft order up, everything, because the Jets are just that type of team that do that shit. Am I picking the Jets? No, I'm not. Give me the Jags. They are in the driver's seat, like you said. They might win this division. We're starting to talk a little bit differently about T-Law and the boys. Things are going good in Duval, and I'm kind of excited because they're going to play their games in Orlando in a short amount of time. So that'll be fun. But yeah, give me the Jags to win.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
I might try to scoop season tickets.
Got
honestly,
to. Just
bro.
for the year?
Yeah.
Dude.
Just for the season. Like, why not? I think it would be cool. I mean, Jags were kind of my, like, I guess secondary team for a while because of, Blake obviously played there. Give me the Jags. Hopefully this isn't, like you said, an upset game where they drop one. Jets are really, really happy that the Saints won last week, so I don't think that they're going to try to win this game. I picked them last week. Probably done picking the Jets for the season, though. And they're hoping that another New York team gets a W, so I'll take us to the next game.
Cool.
We got the Commanders playing the Giants. This one doesn't really mean a whole lot. I don't know if they're going to play Jaden. He got kind of banged up last week. I think he threw a pick or there was a turnover, and this dude just annihilated him, bro. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't see it.
Right on the elbow
Lead
again.
blocker,
Yep.
I mean, the dude came from behind, turned the Jets on, and just leveled him, and the guy was home free. It was Van Ginkel, so it was kind of cool.
But I don't know if you saw the special guest on his bye week last week on, I forget, I think it was Fox or NFL Network, was Jameis. Sat in.
Yep.
For those reasons, give me the Giants. I hope they play Jameis. I hope Jameis balls out, gets a win. I hope he catches one. I hope he throws one. I hope he plays defense and gets a pick six. I don't know what can happen. This game kind of sucks, so hopefully he makes it kind of fun.
This game's trash. Give me the Giants. Give me Jameis. Jameis is fun to watch on Fox NFL, like you said, Chris. I like the way he was talking about the Packers, and he calls them the Packers. I like his little Southern drawl. I can't wait to see him one day, like on TV full time, because we all know it's happening. He's as fitted as it comes for the role, and he's just such a cool dude and such a fun player to watch. He's still got a lot to give, though, so who knows when he calls it quits. He ain't calling it quits on Sunday. Give me the G-Men. Come on.
Jameis posted a hilarious video the other day on TikTok, and it was just him standing waiting up for a subway train, and then the caption was like, "It's very important that you don't walk by the seafood section in Publix." And I just started dying of laughter because the crab leg story is just absolutely hilarious. But give me the New York Giants. No Jameis starting. It will be Jackson Dart.
No.
Yeah, he's back. So,
well, that changes everything.
I also think the Commanders should sit Jaden Daniels for the full-on remainder of the season.
Agree.
Like, that is your future. You don't jeopardize it anymore.
He's getting hurt every time he touches the ball. He's getting hurt.
You know what it's like, which I don't even want to say it. But it's like deja vu.
Stop. Don't say it.
For another guy who's also now on TV, kind of been kicked off because he's kind of corny and an asshole. Just saying.
All right. Well, moving on, we have another NFC South divisional matchup. We have the Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints. Carolina, not in the division lead just yet, but right there, nipping at the bud, tied with the Buccaneers, but the Buccaneers have the edge right now. Give me the Carolina Panthers, man. They are looking good. And, they're happy that the Saints got a win last week for them. And then now they're going to, repay the favor by letting the Carolina Panthers get a win here. So, yeah, give me the Carolina Panthers, and this will shake things up in this NFC South divisional matchup.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was nipping in the butt for a long time.
But
Yeah, I realized that, and I was pretty shocked the first time I heard it that it was like a flower thing and not just like, I thought it was like a dog biting in that, nipping it in the butt. I don't know. Doesn't really make sense. Panthers don't really make sense, but they're kind of good. They're kind of frisky. Wow. I don't know.
Fucking Polak.
Polak, dude. How dare you insult my Polish ancestors, bro? Give me the Panthers, dude.
You know, that's the Midwest insult. You get called
Yeah.
Polak.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give me the
Oh, yeah. Don't you know? Don't you
betcha
know?
there,
Hey.
Give me the fucking Panthers. Unless the Saints, upset again like they did when I was away on the cruise, when I saw that and I was hammered and I didn't realize what was going on. And I'm like, holy shit, the Saints won a game. Kind of cool. That's how I did it last week. Every time the Saints win a game, everybody goes, holy shit, the Saints won. That's exactly what everybody says.
I remember I texted DJ and then I told Graham, I was like, big win. Both pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't want to win.
Yeah, like, bro, why? I'm like, it's a division game. It's like, if the Bears sucked, I'd want to beat the Lions, Packers,
bro.
Vikings. Like, they want to pick. I'm
They
like,
don't-
we
they
don't
don't
know
get
how
it,
to
bro.
draft
They don't
anyways.
fucking get it, bro.
I'm
like,
shh,
we're not like the Saints or the fucking Panthers. We're the Bears and the Pack, or the Bears and the Packers, bro. Like, it just is what it is.
Yeah,
man.
you want to stick with
Some teams have a standard and some teams don't. Just is what it is.
I guess mine's more or less we can't fucking draft anyway, so we might as well try to win the game. So,
Yeah.
but go ahead, Joe. What you got coming up next?
We got the Lions, man. Our friendly foes, the Detroit Lions, going up against the Los Angeles Rams, who the Green Bay Packers need for the Detroit Lions to lose, as well as the Chicago Bears. So we're big Rams fans this week, me and Chris are. I'm going to rock with the LA Rams. Matthew Stafford, MVP caliber ball. Been saying it all year. Detroit is going to be this weird team down the stretch where I think they're depleted on the defensive side of the ball due to injuries, but I think they're going to be able to hang in big-time offensive games just if they run into a team that is both talented on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. They're going to run into a lot of trouble because unless they're scoring every drive and keeping up with this 1-2 punch, it's not going to work out for Detroit. I think the LA Rams defense is badass, and they're going to get home to Jared Goff, just kind of similar to what we saw with Micah Parsons doing the same thing. And yeah, I think the Rams are going to roll.
Boy, oh boy, do I love the Matt Stafford Bowl.
Yeah, it's kind of
Every time this game delivers, bro. Every single time he's played the Lions, because the Lions have been pretty much a good team since they've let go of him. So every time he's played them, they've been really good matchups. I'm kind of confused right now. I don't really know how to feel about who I want to win personally, because the Rams could very well be not a division winner like the Bears. So seeding, do I want them to win? Do I want the Lions to win? And I don't know, keep pace with us and the Packers and kind of make the Rams drop off a little bit. I don't know. I can't pick against somebody in my division. Give me the Rams. I'm still going to pull for them. I really want Stafford to win MVP. He's got all those wide receivers just balling. So give me the Rams. Puka last week looked awesome.
Puka went off. Puka went off indeed. Outside of that, man, sorry. This is a must-have-it game for the Detroit Lions. But does that mean they win? I don't think so. I haven't been really impressed with them as of late. They did beat the Dallas Cowboys, but at the end of the day, it did not look good. So give me the Los Angeles Rams. I have no words for this Detroit Lions team offensively until they get Laporta back, because outside of that,
he's out for the year though, I think.
Yeah, out for the year. Okay. Well, yeah, no, it's not cohesive. Like, yeah, they can put up points. They have big contributors. I do like the evolution right now with Jameson Williams. Outside of that, like, they have those key contributors in Gibbs and Amon-Ra, but as a whole, they got to play a little bit more and play a little stepped up a little more, because Laporta was a big factor in all that offensive success. They definitely regressed when he went out. So that's like my big drawback from them. Rams looking phenomenal. Pinkies up to them. They're looking great. Yeah. But we'll toss it back to Joey because he has a big time matchup.
Big game. Big game here. We got the Green Bay Packers going to Denver, face off against the Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. Listen, Broncos have been one of the best teams in the NFL this year. Best teams in the AFC. Packers, one of the best teams in the NFC. So some are saying Super Bowl matchup potentially. That's kind of where we are in this point of the season, where you have teams with these two records and the positioning in the playoffs face off against one another from the two different conferences. It's always going to be said. I think this would be a pretty cool Super Bowl. I don't know about you guys, but I know Chris doesn't probably like it, but I think it would be pretty cool. Denver Broncos and the Packers have played each other in the Super Bowl before. Broncos came out on top via John Elway, and Brett Favre lost that game. But two new quarterbacks in Bo Nix and Jordan Love, who have been, the new franchise guys. Toyotathon is on. Jordan Love is balling. He's letting it loose. They're letting him loose. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers here. I think Micah Parsons is going to kick Bo Nix's ass, and it's not going to be a game where we're facing a quarterback who runs around all the time, and he's going to be actually able to get a sack this game. So we'll see. We got to move on. We got to win. We got to win last week against the Bears, but we got to flush it and move on. 24-hour rule. We're on to Denver, and we got to keep it rolling into the Bears game next week. So we got to get a big win here. Give me the Green Bay Packers.
I think this is a pivotal matchup for both conferences. Whoever loses this one obviously takes a massive step back. For the Broncos, you lose your chance right now at the number 1 seed in the AFC. And then the Packers, same kind of situation because they're not in that position just yet, but this could propel them into that position. So it's really a tough one to pick here because
favored on the road, bro.
Yeah,
it's
I mean
crazy.
for me that's absolutely crazy that Vegas is favoring the Green Bay Packers on the road here. Maybe it's because Denver hasn't played anyone too formidable. They haven't had too many crazy wins. At the times, they did have some formidable wins against the Chiefs and the Eagles, but both of those teams have regressed, so it kind of dampens our expectations. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers on the road here.
Thanks.
Don't let me down.
We'll try. I think people are saying the Broncos are fraudulent, and I don't believe so, but we'll see on Sunday. I don't know. Chris, what do you got?
The Broncos have 11 more sacks than the next closest team. I think that defense is legit. They allow the second least amount of yards. I'm taking the Broncos at home. I think they're legit. You can't help who you play. They've been rolling, and it's time for Bo Nix to go out and win a game. I don't know, dude. There's just something about Jordan Love where it's like every time I feel like, I don't know, he's not that good or you can't trust him, he just balls out and has a really good game. But he also has really bad games sometimes, and I could see him having a bad game against another top 5 defense back to back. And the season's getting, aging on, and weeks are getting shorter. We're getting longer into the year, and this is a must win. And we'll see if Jordan Love can pull it off. But I'm taking the Broncos at home. I like the coaching, and I like the defense.
The last time the Packers played in Denver, Jordan Love threw a game-losing interception to lose the game. That was his first year as a starter. And that the next game we played the Steelers, and it kind of sparked the whole, resurgence of his career. So I think Jordan Love, I don't know what the record is or the stats are, but I think Jordan Love in revenge games his record is pretty good. I think he's only I think he might be 7-2 or something like that. So
it's hard to play there.
He holds grudges, but yes, it is very hard to play in Denver. There. So we will see what happens. This game is weird. It's an AFC game, and it's just I feel like it's gonna be one of those games where we might drop it and we get back to playing Chicago, and it's just kind of the same situation we were last week, where we're gonna have to fight again for the top seed.
I mean, I think the Bears gave them the Broncos the blueprint on what to do. If you could get R.J. Harvey going and just run the ball and have Bo Nix just kind of game manage and not get sacked by Micah Parsons 5 times, you're gonna have a shot to win the football game.
They could try, but if they do, we're not bad against the run, dude. We held Jahmyr Gibbs 86 yards, no tuds. When we played the Lions, we held Saquon Barkley to less than 80 yards rushing. We hold running backs whenever they run the ball, but you guys are mixing it up very good. I don't know, Jeff Hafley's a very great defensive coordinator. I don't know.
I don't like guys that don't stand on the sideline with their team and sit in a warm box.
Well, he's fucking working, bro.
I'm just saying, dude.
I don't know what the fuck to say.
But I'll take us to the next game. I got the Colts going to the Seahawks, and I love the Seahawks right now, dude. If you pull up that the team's roster on both sides of the ball, there's going to be players there that you're like, damn, they're there now? Like, this team is actually pretty stacked. Give me the Seahawks. I think they're my dark horse team right now to make the Super Bowl. There's a lot of overwhelming stats that have been getting sent my way. Shout out my buddy Tyler, big Seahawks fan. It's just incredible what they're doing. They've had like 4 or 5 games where they score 30 points in the second half. Like last week, they didn't even show the highlight for the game last week. They just put up a box score. It was the only game. It was very weird. It was like 10-6. And I looked up, and it was like 37-9. I'm like, holy crap. JSN might break the record. I said it last week. I'm rehashing it here for y'all because I think he's going to do it. He's nasty. And I think another big regret is the Vikings not signing Sam Darnold and believing in him. Granted, you have a rookie. I guess that's what you go with. But Seahawks are loving him there, and they're going to love him again this week. Maybe Phillip Rivers, I don't know, plays.
Yeah, I think, well, to your point, I think the Vikings regret a lot of things that they did in the offseason. But the Seahawks, man, they are just brutalizing their opponents, and I'm going to rock with the Seahawks here. There's a lot of things going on with the Indianapolis Colts, though. Daniel Jones tore his Achilles. He's out for the rest of the season. No more Indiana Jones. That is done. So who do they call? They call 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, who is eligible for the Hall of Fame this season. Gives it up. Not anymore.
If he goes on the active roster, not anymore.
Exactly.
He's on the practice
He's
squad
on the
right
practice squad for right now. I don't think they're going to roll with Riley Leonard because he's hurt, and Anthony Richardson is on the injured reserve, so they can't roll with him. So they're going to have to roll with somebody, and it's probably going to be Phillip Rivers if I have to guess. He's been in the system before, so I don't think that it'll be too crazy for him. If you have Jonathan Taylor, this might be a pretty good game for you in fantasy. Looking at you, Ramos, I'm facing you in the fantasy dynasty with Jay Taylor. Dude, they're just going to freaking hand the ball off.
This defense is legit for the Seahawks, bro. Take the spread, too.
I'm taking the Seahawks, but I'm telling you,
Seahawks are beating people by 14 points right now. 12 or 14 on average, dog.
I'm just saying, for fantasy, dude, Jonathan Taylor might have a nice game. Because he's going to get fed a lot. Other than that, he might get fed a lot, and he might get stuffed at the line every single goddamn time. Who knows? But, yeah, I'm rocking with the Seahawks. It's a weird situation going on with the Colts.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for this Colts team. I don't know how they bounce back from Jones going out for the year. Maybe Phillip Rivers is the guy to kind of help resurge them, but I find it very hard calling a guy off his couch like that, and he's a grandfather, dude. Like
is he really?
Yeah, he's a grandfather.
He's a grandfather.
And his oldest son is like older than Riley Leonard.
Dude, I'm literally looking up how old his oldest son is right now.
Yeah, so like it's just like I don't really see it. Give me the Seattle Seahawks. They've been too dominant all season long. Now, if Phillip Rivers does end up playing and you get the slightest inkling, I definitely would advise to go to the gambling books and like as soon as you can before it really breaks the news and definitely jump on that Colts spread because I think they could cover a 14-point spread with Phillip Rivers. I don't know.
Let me tell you something.
I don't think so, dude.
Phillip Rivers' oldest child is his 23-year-old daughter.
Holy crap.
So
how old was he how old is Phillip Rivers?
44.
So
Phillip Rivers is probably playing with people younger or as old as his oldest child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's the status on Richardson? Is he
on the injured reserve,
injured
right?
reserve with a high injury?
What the frick?
But could he come back and because the Colts still might limp into the playoffs?
I don't know. I think
they're
shot in the leg right now.
They're gonna try to.
So could he come back maybe and
it's
make some noise?
It's gonna be a tough spot, but with this move for Rivers, I think it's a very desperate move, and it's we don't really have any other options. Like we're not really confident going with Riley Leonard.
It was quick too, dude.
Yeah.
They signed him the next day.
Yeah.
Bro. Is he texting him hey, if anything happens to Daniel Jones, hit me up?
Who thought of this shit? Is this a Carly Ursay move, or is she just call Phillip Rivers right now?
No, I think it's more of the GM. So probably
isn't she the GM?
No,
she's the president
owner.
or
president.
the owner. Yeah,
owner.
Well, technically the president, whatever. But yeah.
I'll keep us moving though. We got the Tennessee Titans fresh off a dub, and then they're going to face the San Francisco 49ers. Let's not waste too much time here. I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to keep pace. They're still trailing this Los Angeles Rams team, but it's going to come down to the very last couple of games of the year, and they need every single one that they can get. And with a projection of the Rams winning, pretty sure the 49ers want to get a big-time win here too. So give me the San Francisco 49ers.
Give me the Niners. This is an easy game to pick. It was nice seeing the Titans and Cam Ward beat Shador last week. I think that they're overall a terrible team. But they got a nice win late in the year to kind of sweeten the wounds or whatever. Give me the 49ers. I need a legacy game from George Kittle. Legacy game, Ramos. A legacy game. I'm coming for it.
I really want to take the Titans because I think if they won, which would be back-to-back, which would be really good for Cam Ward in his young career, it would shake things up a lot, especially for this playoff picture, but they're not going to lose. Give me the 49ers. Titans are really bad. They're already scouring the draft boards. They're hoping they stay at that 2 wins, and I think everyone else is at 3, right? Or the Giants have 2. Giants have 2.
Giants have 2.
Giants might pick up a win this week. You never know. They're hoping for it. I'll keep us pushing to the next game. What is this? Sunday night, we got the Vikings playing the Cowboys. Kind of surprised they didn't flex this game. Maybe they think it might be interesting with 9 or whoever's playing for the Vikings. Give me the Cowboys. That offense is legit, and I don't think the Vikings are very good. And I haven't picked anybody in my division so far this week, and I'm not doing it here.
9 sucks. 9 is poo. The defense for the Vikings had a nice game last week, but they suck. The Cowboys' offense is decent. They coughed up that game against the Lions, who, the Lions are a good squad, so I'm not going to hold anything against the Cowboys, but it just kind of goes to show, even if you make the playoffs, can you really hang? I don't really believe so, but whatever, they still have an opportunity to via the Eagles' loss in the Monsters, Inc. Bowl. Give me the Cowboys to win this game. I think the Vikings suck, and the Cowboys have just a better squad and are in a better position to make the playoffs and do something with a win.
Yeah, I got to agree with you guys. Give me the Dallas Cowboys. Despite Minnesota having a big defensive performance last week, literally, I think shout out the Commanders. I think it's more on Jaden Daniels just not being 100% and just not being all there mentally as well. So it's just not a great spot for the Commanders in that one. Meanwhile, Dallas just had a shortcoming of a game against the Detroit Lions. No CeeDee Lamb, he got hurt in that one. So let's see what his status is game time, but I think they handle business against this Minnesota Vikings team. Now, last but not least, we have Monday Night Football. We have the Miami Dolphins going to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers. Dolphins have won 4 straight. They are in position of controlling their own destiny here, and I do think they handle business. Give me the Miami Dolphins here. This will improve them to 7-7, back at 500. Unfortunately, this upcoming week, the Dolphins and Bengals game got flexed out of Sunday Night Football and now got moved to a 1 o'clock game, which I think is a little bit steep. That happened last year. The Dolphins had a primetime Sunday Night Football game against the Browns, and it got flexed to at least a 4 o'clock game.
Yeah.
So I think, that massive swing there was just so weird to me, but I kind of projected it because both teams are not really in playoff contention. The Bengals loss last week definitely dampened things on that case, but it is what it is. Outside of that, this Pittsburgh Steelers team looks pretty good. Aaron Rodgers finds his glances here and there. I don't know if he has the magic to do it each and every week. And this AFC North division is in shambles. I don't really know who's going to come out on top of it. Each and every week it feels like a different team is going to come out on top. Doesn't seem like anyone really wants it. Right now Pittsburgh is in the lead. But I think Dolphins start wrenching that and get a big-time win Monday Night Football.
It's nice seeing Rodgers hit the belt last week, man. It was nice. It brought me right back, man. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rodgers, Monday night, primetime football, 8 o'clock. The Packers fan in me wants to ride with it and realize that, hey, they're in the driver's seat in the division, and there's a little magic in the air. There's a little adversity, and people want to fire the coach. People have a lot of things to say, and I feel like that's where Aaron Rodgers thrives best. And they have the best position to win their division. I think they're going to be in the playoffs, and I think they're going to make things interesting. I don't want this to be Rodgers' last season end without a final playoff push. I want to see it go down. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
This has got to be the best year ever for Aaron Rodgers to join the Steelers team.
Yeah.
At what are they, 7-6? If I told you that at the start of the year they'd be 7-6, you'd be like, oh, they're not making the playoffs. But instead, they're in first place.
Yeah.
So I think they have to win this game. I think they get it done. I'm going to take the Steelers. Rodgers did actually look pretty good last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got sacked or something on the last play, but I I'm going to roll with the Steelers. Our buddy Mark rolled in with the Rodgers jersey the other day, and I can't believe I said it, but that jersey looked fresh. I still hate Rodgers, but that jersey did look pretty fresh with the yellow on the black. It's kind of sick. Devon Achane looked a little banged up for y'all. I mean, you probably have better insight on that, but that's pretty much your whole offense right there. So that worries me because he's been awesome, and he's kind of carried you guys a little bit,
Waddle's
in my
been killing
opinion.
it too.
Who?
Waddle.
Yeah, pretty much, but I don't think you guys want to win.
Ramos doesn't want him to win anymore.
I don't know.
I mean, let's do it. I have a winning year. Personally, I don't want them to win.
Right,
anymore
exactly.
Games. But screw it, man. While iron's hot, let's enjoy this ride.
They
while it's
might as
happening.
well, dude.
Yeah.
You're probably cheering for the Patriots too, then.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I'd really rather have the Patriots win, but I just think Buffalo's gonna win just because of the get back from the primetime game.
Yeah.
But you're probably gonna root for the Patriots though. So,
yeah. Personally, I would want the
That'll help
Patriots to
out.
win.
You don't play them again too, right?
We play the Patriots the final game of the year, so you kind of want the Patriots to be one of the top dogs, have things secured, so then they kind of lay down and die if the Dolphins have a must-have a game. I don't think the Dolphins make it in the playoffs in reality. I mean,
Be fun.
they need to have 10 wins minimum because everyone else is sitting at 8/9 wins.
Yeah.
You need a lot to go in your favor. So a loss here just instantly kills all the wins in your sails. So fight while you're still alive, you know.
Yeah.
And yes, the HN injury is big time. I do think it's a lot more minor than everyone thinks. I think, Dolphins were already handling business when he got injured, and they were just like, all right, let's get you out while we can and, preserve you for moving forward because, like Chris said, he is the offense. He is the engine that keeps this car moving.
I will say, it is December. It is cold. I don't know what the forecast is
Tua.
in Pittsburgh, but if there is snow and if it is cold and the wind is whipping, which I suspect there will be, I don't know if I trust Tua. But the allegations will be out, the storyline will be out there, and we're all going to see it again if Tua can play in the cold weather. So I'm kind of excited to do that. Football weather is back. We kind of talked about it a little bit, that the Bills-Bengals game was a snowy game. That was cool. Bears-Packers was very cold. There wasn't any snow or any flurries, but very cold, very big nip in the air. A lot of you've seen a lot of people's breath. So football weather's back. It's going to be cool. Pittsburgh on Monday night will be fun, and I don't know. I always like seeing the Dolphins
the snow games.
in the snow games or Florida teams in general. It's like, what do you got? You know what I mean?
You know what's weird is I was watching the Bengals game and that first half it was like a blizzard, bro.
Dude, yeah.
They had to bring blowers out to blow the lines off and stuff. But then they showed a highlight from Cleveland, and it was fine.
Yeah.
It's the same state. Granted, I get it. They're far away and stuff like that.
No, but they were in Buffalo. They weren't in Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You're right.
Buffalo's pretty much damn near Canada. So
Yeah, you're right.
They might have been closer because they were just playing across Lake Erie.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Buffalo's
game time
new
weather.
stadium's going to have all that freaking heating shit in the ground, and it's going to be freaking state of the art.
Facts.
What's the weather going to be like?
21 degrees at kickoff, so that's what it's projected to be right now. And yeah, the Dolphins, the allegations are there. They are very true. They are more true than they're not. Tua's only won one game in any weather that was below 45 degrees, and that was this past week against the Jets.
Really?
But Tua didn't. Tua, let me, let's not hinder the facts here. Tua did not do anything crazy to get the Dolphins to win. The Dolphins ran the ball well, and that's what they're gonna have to do to win moving forward. And it's a perfect recipe if you get things going in your way heading into the playoffs, because you're going to be playing in a lot of these colder games. You're not going to win the division. You're not going to the division's already gone. The Patriots are at 11 wins. And your max is 10.
Wild card is your
the wild card is the only way in, and I don't really see them getting there, but each and every week, just chip out that block and see what happens. And things have been folding in our favor each and every week, and things have been looking a little interesting. Colts losing Daniel Jones, unfortunate for them, but it does help the Dolphins, especially with the uncertainty of their season moving forward. Need the Jaguars or the Texans to lay down and die moving forward. And Chargers getting a win last week. I was hoping for the Eagles, but the Chargers got a win, and that kind of put a hole in the sail for the Dolphins. Let's see what happens.
You need a lot of help.
Yeah,
That
100%.
sucks.
And this is the position the Dolphin fans are always in.
Yeah.
Just hoping and praying for something,
We need this.
something
we
to
have, we have
bounce
a
in their favor.
36% chance to make the playoffs, but if we have a 42% if this team loses,
Yeah.
and then we have a 58 if we have this and we win and this team loses.
Yeah.
I hate those kind of things.
I've been in
I've
that
been-
position.
me too,
It's not,
trust me,
it's
it's
not,
not
fun,
fun.
but
I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
That's why I've been hoping for them to kind of lose one of these games, but it's happening. We're here, so it is what it is.
The Wozniak guy comes out on Sunday Night Football with his damn tie and his clipboard, and he starts pointing to the board and shit. Stresses you out.
He looks like the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, Charlie Day.
So, yeah,
It's like, if they don't win this game, they are fucked. Like, oh, just watching that, like, oh my god.
Oh man, well
Hear that, honey? Sunday means everything. We have no Christmas if we don't win on Sunday.
Oh man, well that concludes Week 15 of NFL Game Picks. There's no teams on bye, so if you guys have any last words, feel free to say them now. Otherwise, we can close this thing out.
No, go Pack, go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Got a big game this week. Let's do
bear
it.
down. Got to take care of business, and looking forward. I'm looking forward to 2 weeks, but got to focus on this week.
1 week
and,
at a time.
1 week at a time, and hopefully we get the win and make Shador cry.
There we go. Yeah, that's kind of how I've been. 1 week at a time. Let's see how this Dolphins team progresses. But outside of that, that concludes Week 15 of NFL Game Picks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Peace.